Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be sharing 6 hygiene tips that have changed my life with you guys. So ever since I started doing these tips, I have noticed such a difference and I just feel so much cleaner and I feel like I look better, all of that. So without further ado, we'll just go ahead and get into it. I'll spare y'all the long boring intro. So this first tip is the most important tip. Have a routine. Do you hear me? Have a skincare routine. If you're not washing your face every day, first of all, your face isn't clean, obviously. And secondly, you're just not gonna have good skin. You have to take care of your skin for it to look good, of course. So just find a skincare routine, whatever works for you. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It doesn't have to be like a 10-year-old Sephora kid, like 12-step skincare routine. It doesn't have to be any of that at all. It could be 2 steps, 3 steps, whatever works for you. But just find a routine and stick to it. Like me personally, I only wash my face at nighttime. That's what works best for me. I don't wash it in the morning. I feel like that strips my skin and that makes me more dry. But when I skip my nighttime wash or whatever, like I'm a mom, so I be getting tired. Sometimes I might skip it every once in a while. And I notice when I skip it, I'll break out or my skin will feel a little more dry than usual because it didn't get that moisturization on it. Like when you skip your routine, your face will notice and it will show that you skipped your routine. So find a routine and stick to it. Tip number 2 is to double cleanse. So double cleansing is just as it sounds, it's washing twice. So I know in this economy, pretty much everyone is on a budget, but it doesn't have to be anything expensive. It doesn't have to be a lot of products. You can literally use the same soap twice as long as you're doing it twice, so you can make sure that you're going back and getting anything that you missed. But what I like to do, I like to use a bar soap and then use a body wash. So I like to use these bars. You can get these from Publix. I don't know, they might have them somewhere else, but Publix is the only place I've seen them. This one is lavender mint and this one is lemongrass. I talk about these in my hygiene routines. These are my favorite bar soaps ever. I don't use any other bar soap, but yeah, I'll use those. And then I'll use this Dove Pampering Body Wash. Sometimes I'll use other stuff, like I have raw sugar. I just have other body washes that I use sometimes, but like I said, this one is my favorite. I love this one, so I'll go in with this. And like I said, it's just super important so you can make sure you're not missing anything. And especially for me, because I am aluminum free, like with aluminum free deodorants, you kind of have to reapply because they're not as strong as regular deodorants. So I use this Dr. Squatch right here. It is a men's deodorant because this is the one that I find that actually works for me. A lot of them are not strong enough and they won't work for me. So this one actually works. It keeps the odor away. So I use it, but then I spray this Native on top of it so that I can get more of like a womanly scent back. I won't just be smelling like super manly or anything, but this Native by itself, it does not work for me. Like I wore this to work by itself one time when I first got it. I work at Amazon part-time if you don't know, but I work 5 hours, y'all. And after that 5 hours, I was a musty. So yeah, this does not work good for me. So that's why I layer it. But when you layer it on like that, it's just caked up in your armpits and you need to make sure you're getting it all off. Like if you only wash one time, you're probably not getting all your deodorant off and that will cause you to smell. Like you think deodorant is gonna make you not smell, but once you like leave that old deodorant on and you just layer more and more and more on top of it, you're gonna stink. So you need to make sure you're getting all that deodorant off and just getting all the smells from the day off. Next, tip number 3 is oil pulling. So I hate oil pulling so bad, but it works so good. So I used to just have a jar of like straight up coconut oil and I would just take a scoop and straight in the mouth. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do it. Even just thinking about it, the texture is so, no. This right here is way, way, way better. Like, I still didn't like this at first. Originally, like the consistency was still kind of weird, but it was way better than just straight up coconut oil. But I've gotten adjusted to it now, so it's all right. But what you'll do is you'll just take 10 to 15 milliliters. It comes with the cap, but I think I left that upstairs. So yeah, but you'll pour some, put it in your mouth and you'll swish it for 10 minutes. Now you're probably gonna have to work your way up to the 10 minutes. I know I did, because at first I could only do like 5 minutes and then I'd be like, okay, I can't do this no more. I need to spit this out. But now, like I said, I've adjusted to it. I've gotten used to it, so I can do the 10 minutes now. But Once you spit it out, you'll notice such a difference. It neutralizes your breath, it whitens your teeth, like your breath will just stay fresher for longer. It's really good. So I try and do this every day, but I do forget sometimes. So as long as I do it like 3 to 4 times a week, I find that's good for me because I also use a mouthwash as well. So I do that mouthwash every day. I never normally forget my mouthwash, so 3 to 4 times works pretty good for me. Tip number 4 is for my sweaty butt crack girlies out there. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm that way too. Like my armpits and my butt crack sweat no matter what, literally. Even if I'm cold, they're still sweating. And I feel like it's because they're like closed up areas, you know, like you don't walk around with your arms up all day. Like your arms are closed majority of the day, so they're like sweaty, and so is your butt crack. So what I like to do to get rid of the odor is get a cotton ball and get some witch hazel. I've been using Thyers. My favorite is Dickinson. I prefer Dickinson, but I've been trying out Thyers. I meant to bring down all the products to be able to show y'all, but I forgot them upstairs. I forgot the witch hazel upstairs, and I'm not going to get it. My baby is up there asleep. I'm not going to risk waking him up, so y'all just won't get to see this time. But anyways, witch hazel on the cotton ball, and then you swipe your butt crack, and then get another cotton ball. Y'all, get another one. Do not use the same one. Get another one, and then you do your armpits or whatever. And then you can also do behind your ears too, but me personally, I like to use micellar water behind my ears. I don't know why, it doesn't really matter. But like when I'm wiping my face down with the micellar water, then I'll go ahead and go behind my ears. Now we're on to tip number 5, so there's only one more tip left after this one, but tip number 5 is to use baby wipes. So I like to use these wipes here. These are my son's wipe, but they're the Pampers Sensitive wipes. I like water wipes too. They have them at Walmart and stuff, but I got these wipes right here in my shopping, what is it, hygiene shopping video. If y'all seen that, I bought these in that video and I do not like them. I thought they would be good because it says plant-derived feminine care and it says like all organic ingredients or whatever, and I'm not saying that's a lie, but I'm just saying that don't work for me. Like I thought it would be good, but it wasn't. I feel like it makes me dry down there. Like I feel dry and irritated and uncomfortable whenever I use those, so I stopped using those and I used the Pamper ones like I just showed y'all. But whenever I go number 2 or I just want to freshen up my lady parts a little bit, you know, then I'll use those, and then I'll go in with regular toilet paper after that just to like dry everything off, because I don't like to just pull my pants up with everything wet. That just feels gross to me. Now we're on to the last tip. Tip number 6 is to use a copper tongue scraper. So it's just good to use a tongue scraper in general, like whichever one you have, metal, plastic, whichever, just to scrape your tongue and get all that bacteria off that just brushing alone is not gonna get. But I recommend a copper one specifically because it's antibacterial, so it's naturally just cleaner. You still need to clean it between every use, you guys, but it's just naturally cleaner. And then also, copper promotes the survival of good bacteria while killing the bad bacteria that's in your mouth. And these are super easy to find. Like I found mine on TikTok shop. I don't have it with me. That's another thing I forgot upstairs. But like I said, I got mine on TikTok shop, but they have them on Amazon too for like $8. You can get 2 for like $11, I think. So they're super easy to find and not expensive at all. But that's all the tips I have for you guys today. Hopefully I was able to teach you something you didn't already know. Hopefully you got something from this video. But if you have any like good tips or whatever, comment them down below. Help everybody else out, you know. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like and then subscribe to my channel so that you can see more of me. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!